boys at all in the temple. Maybe they'll let us go up there, but there are a lot of...
CP squared has 51 minus degrees of freedom, making...
On the way home, I got hungry, and I ate it.
We're Americans, and we only like competition, okay? I'm eating, and I'm reading a book, and this waitress comes up.
All right, folks, here we go. Oh, hold on. Sorry. All right, folks, here we go with another crazy shite. And we're going over aliens, UFOs, ancient knowledge, and paranormal theories. So I hope y'all are ready for another insanity going over all the crazy shite that we go over. So let's go up to bringing in our co-host, our guest, and then we'll do our intro-y thingamabobbers and say hello to the side of my chat. So thank you all for being here. If you are here live and or if you're here watching in the future, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends if you don't mind, and do all the other things of the stuff of the mabobbers. So let's bring in our co-host in this hour.
Some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
Yes, and I guess you're right. How are you doing?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Yeah.
Good.
And at a weekend with a lot of live streams, so that's always good.
Yes, definitely.
And I got a new PlayStation controller, so no more drift on my PlayStation controller.
Good. I hate when that happens.
Both of my controllers had so much drift, it was almost unplayable.
Yeah, and we know how that goes, and I've had to get multiple controllers for that because of the same thing. So let's go ahead and bring in our guest, and let's start with our. And how are you both doing?
Weird sound.
I'm doing all right. How's it going, Slim? How's it going, Brainless? And how's it going, Dog?
I'm doing pretty okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good too. Sorry, I was getting a beer.
All right. Well,
No, I'm doing good too.
I guess we can excuse that. I'm not.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
I'm
forgot
never
about the
getting a beer.
shorter times. The smaller
Shorter
intros.
intros.
All right. Yeah. Well, that's it doesn't give you as much time to like get a refreshment, but it gives you
I thought-
more time to enjoy juicy content.
Well, and I'm trying to do something that the algorithms is telling me is that the quicker that we start the stream, the more that people that have never seen it are going to want to watch. So we're trying it a little bit different because the quicker that we begin talking, the more that people are going to want to interact and keep watching, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So if you look at like live streams, a lot of the times they like immediately just start talking. I fucking hate that. But since our community is like used to what we do, we're gonna give you a couple minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and start. And that's always gonna be a thing. Yeah, but we're gonna be trying to start ourselves a little bit faster than normal to help the algorithm, so we can get more people to watch. Because we do want more people to watch. I know it's fun for us to do it the way that we do it, but if we can get more interaction, it's going to be a lot better. And yes, I'm totally going to tell the book of our secrets. Totally. So everybody say hello to the All-Men.
Hey, Ollie.
Hey, Ollie.
Stop this stupid. Hey,
stop
it.
We have a demon orb.
We
have
Orbit.
Master Pastor Blaster.
The Master Pastor.
The Master Pastor. Hello.
Master Pastor Blaster. Is it that many? I can't see the chat, so you gotta.
They have Master Pastor, but
Master Pastor. Okay.
Formerly known as Pastor Huckleberry.
Yes.
Oh, Pastor Huckleberry. Oh, yes.
Yes. So this is the
I've interacted with Huckleberry. He's
So I'm gonna have the side chat and the guests let us decide this. Should we make them blue? Put a 1 if you think that we should make the pastor blue.
Oh,
2 if you say no.
I cannot
3
recommend
if you don't
it.
give a flying fuck.
I cannot. I can't recommend it. But you know,
I just want to see. I just want to see
you want to see what other. You know what? I'm interested in what the community thinks too, and it's your channel, not mine. So
I'm gonna.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna say, if they start fucking about, I'm making blue.
Am I going to make them blue because of this? I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
But I'm just asking the rest of the community what they think. I already kind of am biased, and I already have my own thoughts in this. But
all right,
let's see what the community thinks. So while we're going with that, which is 1 is yes, 2 is no, and 3 is I don't give a flying beep.
All right.
Let's keep going with it. So here is
are we up in censored around here now?
No, I just
Hey,
like,
dudes.
whoa, wait, they changed this. Hold on. Hey, Tubian.
Wait, they
Roll
changed
A2.
that?
You're still going to keep the no, of course. I can't divulge that. Otherwise,
Sleep
the
timer.
the red button has to be pushed. So I can't say that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
The red button.
sure.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
We talked about how the next World War technically is not supposed to happen until 2034, and that's when I have to
I'm glad
divulge
they
the
scheduled
AI
it for a convenient
secret.
year.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that later. And again, I cannot talk about it.
10 years to prepare.
Yes.
Start
So
filing
now
your defense contracts now.
the playback speed now you can it has a rocker for this. Do you see this?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't like that.
I'm still gonna go this way. We're still gonna try this first. And for all of you non-American English speaking people, if it's too fast for you, let me know and I'll slow it down. And I get it. Even if you are English American speaking, it may be too fast.
Which dialect of American are we listening to?
Well, it's Hollywood. It's just
okay.
normal, regular, what you would.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I mean,
But
for the people that
American.
for the people like myself that don't have an accent, it might be hard to understand.
yeah, but the reason I try to do this is because this is how fast, if not faster, I watch all of these things in. I never watch these things at normal speed because I have way too many things going on in my life
That's
to
how
just
you
watch
survive.
an hour movie without it watching an hour movie.
Yeah, this is how Slim survives, because if you listen to it at regular pace, you'd be harmed.
There's no way for me to make content for all of you to get all these things done 4 or 5 days.
Permanent mental disfigurement.
Yeah.
If there is such a thing.
Anyways, here we blow. And
considering we rarely make it through a video anyway.
That's
true.
And that's another reason why. But anyways, Pastor, I want you to tell me 1, 2, or 3. Do you think that you should get a wrench? Do you not think you should get one, or do you not give a fuck? Here we go. So, alien ghosts and the ancient mysteries, and we've gone over this channel before. I think we did it last week. But here is, you think one, you would like a wrench. All right, we'll see. We'll see how nice you play. I'm leaning towards making you blue, but here we go. Sorry, I should have stopped and coughed. So, anyways.
What was that sound? Was that an alien ghost escaping from their carcass?
It's their intro. I just didn't know exactly when it started speaking. So I got past the actual intro that we saw last week. And now this is just the beginning of. It's okay.
I missed it.
This is just the beginning of.
I'm way behind.
You're definitely behind. Yeah. Anyways, but no, this is the beginning of this now. God damn it! Falling on my nerves. And remember, it's on 0.5, so like that's why that sounded so weird. Is because like that's not what their normal intro sounds like. It's what it sounds like sped up like a mug.
Oh,
there have
been many attempts to encapsulate.
Oh my Jesus!
Put it on slower.
Oh my Jesus! Oh my Jesus!
Oh my Jesus!
I put it on slower.
You dumbass!
I am a.
Put it at 0.5. You would need to put it at 1.5.
Yeah, because see what they did to me? They fucked me over because they made this new sidebar, and I didn't know, and I didn't see that normal was here, and that this is. So I normally watch these things at 1.5 speed. So let's see if that's too fast for y'all. And I am going to I'm going to get until I see this.
Usually I'm quite comfortable with 1.25, but
let's try this and let's see if it's too fast. And if it is, I'll slow down. That's totally fine.
There have been many attempts to encapsulate and explain the many mysteries that surround us. These include everything from the contents of the Vatican's secret archives to paranormal and ufology, and
because they sometimes do these in a really slow
Yeah.
talking way, and so that's why I feel like if it's too fast, everybody let me know. Anybody in the side chat, if it's too fast, anybody here in the panel, let me know. But I think
can
this is the
understand
right
it.
speed.
I'm
Yeah, it
keeping up
sounds pretty
with
good.
it.
seem to slip between the cracks of
He said cracks.
reality into the realm of high strangeness. And now the United States government has finally admitted that many of the unexplained sightings of craft may very well be alien technology.
It may very well.
This film
The
draws
volume is
No.
low, Slim. Does anyone else find the
that's not-
volume on the video low? Or is it just me?
It could be slightly higher, but
'Cause I can hear all the panel really well, but I can't hear the video as well.
I
Well,
just turned it up a little bit more.
Okay.
No,
But
no,
anyways,
that's not what the U.S. government has said.
no, it said that
They
there
just
were things
released
happening.
video of, oh, we don't know what this is.
Yeah,
Can I
there's some.
say that nobody on the planet turns to the US government for facts, even less so come 2025, just January.
Well, and
Yeah.
not. But anyways, so what they said is there are thingamabobs that are happening that are causing anomalies to happen in different kinds of crafts. Let's put it that way. But they do not know where they're coming from, which way, shape, or form. So they
Okay.
say that things are happening, but they don't know, and they can't say that they are extra smart, extra testicle. Okay, let's put it that way,
Yeah.
right? That may be an external force from outer space causing things like instruments and ball gas, lightning
Ball gags?
balls.
What?
Yeah, ball gags, and things like that to happen, which are natural. Just do we know how they happen executively? No. Does the government 100%? No. But do they know where and when and they happen? Totally. Because they're covering the goddamn motherfucking earth, right? But they don't know what's happening. And then they have like aircrafts and ships and other things that are going through certain things, that certain anomalies happen, and they're like, our instruments are being changed from these. Do we know that there's something controlling it? No. Can we speculate? Maybe. But most
So is it
likely
like
it
there's
is a natural
EMR
phenomenon.
EMR using devices are being like interfered with by external EMR that isn't identified or known to be sourced from some known entity, and so therefore we don't know what it is. And by saying we don't know what it is, we know it's definitely aliens.
And that's what
Are we
Yeah.
all in agreement on that?
that's where that's where the that's where
Yeah,
the
that's-
conspiracy theorists
Alright.
would go with it. But when we're talking about like what we're talking about, no, we're talking about like electromagnetic fields being placed in certain places because of weather systems. You have 5 different high-speed aircrafts close enough together while they're going through a static field. What do you think is going to happen, you weirdos? Like, it's going to cause some weird ass shit that's never been seen before, because that's never happened, right? Right?
Sure might.
Or because of their instruments all playing a part with jets being expelling blah 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 going through this thing. What do you think is going to happen? Some weird ass crazy shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe,
Like, it's
yeah.
not going to be normal. Why would you think it's going to be normal that you are going through a weird type of atmospheric changes, right? Let's not even just say weather. Let's just say static electrical something of a something off of the mountaintop. I don't know.
Okay.
But you now have these aircrafts that are using this weird technology and all these digital and thingamabobbers, while there is a jet engine that is using propulsion of blah. Now you go over that. What do you think is going to happen? Some weird ass shit, brah. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously.
I mean, could
so,
be. I mean,
yeah, again, yeah, no, it's obviously not going to be every single time. And I'm not saying that it does or doesn't happen, but what do you think is going to be? It's Occam's razor. Is that the right word? Where it's always the simplest explanation.
the simplest answer isn't necessarily true, but it's more.
No, you're right.
It's the one that requires the least amount of like jumping to crazy conclusions.
Well,
like the one where it's like, well, like their solar flares can create EMR disturbances that are detectable with like regular radio equipment. And
so,
when you know they're happening and it correlates with that, you can be like, well, that's a more likely thing than aliens are here fucking with us. Like a bunch of like, you know, on the far side, it's a couple of teenage like UFO fly-in kids just got their UFO license. They're like, let's go buzz Earth and pretend to be you know, something that like we actually are. Like pretend to be aliens. You're already fucking aliens.
Aliens aren't here.
And hold on.
But you know what is?
Yeah.
Oh, Skitsy's here.
Hey, Skits. But really quick, really quick. What I'm gonna say, like for like a half a gazillion parts of this bullshit is, we are watching space in such a large range, close to our atmosphere, inner and outer orbit close to us, that if any type of anything was coming close to us, no matter how it was able to shield itself, we would see it some way, shape, or form. One of the ways that we're looking at things with different like UV rays, red lights, and other things, with all the different satellites and all the other things and all the telescopes and all the things, we would see an anomaly before it got here, even if it did have an invisibility shield some way, shape, or form. It couldn't get here, go around us, and leave without us noticing something. Totally, because it's gonna rebut, like its exhaust or whatever is gonna like somehow like cause something to move in a way that like we didn't predict. So then we would see something. So anyways, since
I don't know, Slim, have you considered that they might have Vulcan cloaking technology?
I mean, of course, totally. But
once
still,
again, we would still notice like
there would be something
having
that would
a
happen.
gravitational effect on something.
Disturbance in the Force, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, I mean that isn't that more Star Wars than anyways. Well,
are you mixing them?
I'm mixing Star Wars and Star Trek. And you know what? If you give me another 5 minutes, I'll figure out a way to wiggle in Battlestar and Buck Rogers.
If you could figure out a way to put Dune, if you could figure out a way to make Dune and put it into it, then we're totally.
Or Stargate.
I mean, there were a lot of sand dunes in Star Wars, so.
Well, close enough. But it's the forever water or whatever it is in Dune. Anyways, crack on.
Surely anything that, and I think Brainless are backing me up here. Any like power lines and substations and anything that creates electricity will have a large field around it.
Yeah,
magnetic electrical field.
EMR is
it's
a deal.
It's not always a magnetic, correct? Brainless. It is electrical field, but a lot of times there's magneticism
usually, right? That does usually include electromagnetism also.
Yeah, so usually there is
electromagnetic, and the R is just radiation, I guess, or like.
So I mean, there's a lot of all of this. Anyways, let's crack on with.
An Ohm's triangle. Oh, we like
sponsors. Hold on, let's crack on with our channel sponsors.
Good.
Commercial. That's gotta hide. Oh my god.
That's oh yeah.
Crack on.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt me because my head's like made of solid cement, but.
So, Pastor.
You're sort of singing away your blue wrench there, mate. You know what I mean? What's up with you?
No, that's fine. And
did
you still
give him a blue wrench?
No,
No.
not yet. No,
Oh,
but not
okay.
yet. But maybe still.
Maybe you will. I mean,
So
Define
give
firmament
me,
for us.
give me a second. Give me a second, y'all.
all right.
So do we? Well, I'm going to say y'all. Do y'all think that we've been outside the firmament? Yes, we've totally been to outer space with a handful of ways. The ISS is technically in inner outer orbit, right? I mean, I'm not going to say that's outer space per se, but
Low Earth orbit.
what?
Yeah, but I'm gonna say no to that question because I'm gonna say no. There is no firmament.
Yeah, there's no firmament to have been to. But I like
Yeah.
Okay.
I almost had a really good joke about going up to the Carmen Miranda line.
What about
Almost.
what about what's his name's belt? I want to
Orion's
go to
belt.
I want to go to I want to go to Orion's belt, if you know what I mean. Anyways,
Yeah,
all right.
that's something we'll never reach.
So anyways, so they're not coming from above, they're coming from the oceans. And like I come up and down. I mean, it doesn't matter where I am, I come. Anyways, so once again,
Normally into the sock.
Well, drive Huckleberry
astronauts.
away.
Hold on. Astronauts have been to other planets. There have been.
No, we've not been to other planets.
Other planets. I mean, we've sent
Yeah,
probes. We've
not
sent
as a
probes
species.
and
Sorry.
the
Okay.
Mars
Sorry.
rover.
Sorry.
But do you mean like live, living, walking
Hold
around?
on.
Like,
Hold on. Sorry. We have been to the moon. We
Yep.
have other thingy-mabobbers that have gone to other planets. Okay, robots and the space thingy-mabobbers. Sorry, that's what I meant. Anyways, that has gone like way further than what y'all would consider the dome. And the Bible doesn't actually say that the dome is a non-permeable thing. It just says it's a layer, which is called our atmosphere. Anyways, let's track on, because what's part of the problem with religious people that are Zekiel, or that are very evangelical, or that are hard in believing and whatever, and want to disprove what we believe in science. The Bible actually says all of those things that goes along with science. You just have to read it properly and look at the right wording. It's y'all that don't want it to work with science to be persecuted or prosecuted, so that you are having a reason for you to be pushing certain parts of that religion, when y'all could just be going along with it and having fun with all of the rest of us. Even though I don't believe in any of those things, but I can actually, because I've read a lot of the different texts, teachings, Bibles,
like
collections
you mean
of
beyond,
writings.
beyond the Christian writings.
Yeah.
Like in
So
addition,
the Quran,
those ones, and in addition to them, yeah. There's a lot.
Quran,
There's a lot of them out there.
The teachings of
Hey,
Buddha, hey Jinxu, a handful of
Hey,
other
Jinx.
things. I was a pagan for a hot minute. I delved into witchcraft.
You were a pagan?
I was pegging a lot of people back when I was a teenager.
You want to spell
Anyways,
that for people,
so,
Slim, so they understand what you're talking about?
So, pagan religion was before the Christian westernized religions were a thing, like in the Europes. And so it was looking at, there was like everything had a deity, kind of like the Native Americans have. So the trees had a deity, your field, your farms, the wheat, the water, the air, the light, the sun, the moon, all of these things had a deity. And it mattered on the ones that you wanted to give repentance to, or give offering to, depending on what you needed in your life. Just like what they do in India. There are all kinds of awesome, amazing Indian festivals about the harvest. about this time of the year, this thing, that thing, this thing, that thing. There's the temple of the monkeys, there's temple of the rats, there's all kinds of things. And people that are associated with those different types of parts of that life, they're the ones that go and give offerings to these deities, these gods, and believe that like they're going to help them get a better crop, to make sure the rats do not invade their property. That's why the temple of the rats is there. So all the rats will go and stay in that temple instead of going to their farm or their whatever, right? And other things like that. And yes, Indian food, totally.
And is that temple filled with warfaring?
Yeah. But even here we have the Harvest Festival.
Yeah. What's your harvest festival called, dog?
The Harvest Festival, where we give to the needy. We give food to the needy and the poor.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, yeah.
You don't
And
stuff
so-
our faces
and
full of
so-
shit like the rest of the world.
And so anyways, so
Good idea.
let's keep cracking on with this. But anyways,
All right.
this is not
You're
just
not suggesting that other
pigeonholed.
cultures have equally important festivals and feasts and celebrations of their deities and whatnot, are you? Slim?
and histories, because you want to know why we have mathematics, and we have certain types of modernized culture, is because of the Middle East. The Middle East
Oh, yeah.
actually formed that first. Then they
They did
tried
have a
to
lot of
bring
that,
it.
yep.
Then they tried to bring it to the Europes, and the religious people said, "What, you want to learn how to count? What, you want to learn how to read? What, you want to give people knowledge?" Killed them. That's what
Yeah.
happened. Like literally, the Middle East was like propagating
They're
so
afraid of
much.
losing their hold on.
And then
on people,
because and then that's what the West was, totally. But then what happened with the East is, because of all the oppression from the West, they became radical. And that's when we had radicalization, and we have the ISIS and some of the other thingy-mabobbers and things and stuff that are happening, that have made what we're going through right now, like within Syria. And I'm not going to talk about that right now. Let's keep cracking on with this crap.
All right.
This crazy shit. And we'll
that's
get into
basically
that later. We'll get into that later.
yeah.
I didn't
Like,
know about Syria until, but let's crack on. Let's crack on.
Every extremist is made by its opposition.
Yeah, and exactly.
An extremist is not born; it's made by its opposition.
Yeah. One of the things I just saw earlier today was, children will play with everybody else until their parents tell them to not to.
That was probably on your Discord.
It may
Because
have
I
been
dropped
that.
that
I
there.
don't know. Sure, maybe. But anyway, same difference, right?
Braylon's went on a bit of a tear this weekend.
Kids are not born to be afraid of a lot of things. It is learned to
No, because people are people. Hang out with people that are different than you, and you'll see they're just people.
Yeah, of course.
They're not
totally.
even different. They're just other people
Well,
with slightly different visual appearances. And then sometimes you meet
unless you're
assholes.
talking about flat earthers, though.
Well, there is such a thing as an asshole wearing a human suit, but you know.
But anyways, everybody, no matter what their cultures are, nobody's culture is teaching them. I'm going to say in other places, because in the Americas, we're pretty much there. But in other cultures and other places, people are not teaching people to like hurt other people per se. I mean, I guess, whatever. I know there's a bunch of like turmoil in other places, but let's crack on. Let's crack on.
Bad opinions exist around the world, but good opinions
I
do
know.
too.
Yeah, and yeah, right now, like in the Britons and like, never mind. There's a lot of crazy shit that's going on right now. So I'm going to shut up.
We can still promote good
what
opinions.
I just said, whatever I just said was not right, because that's not true.
It was maybe a little bit too broad stroked.
Well, I said no, and there's a lot of.
Well, light up one of these UFOs here, Slim. We'll see how bright it is.
Yeah,
Through the
let's
many
find
twists,
this.
turns, and possibilities that define the subjects discussed. just about all of the subjects examined in this film are interlinked at one level or another. It is as if the ancient Eastern concept of oneness was recognized by our forefathers long before the arcane physics of quantum mechanics demonstrated its reality.
Then why have they not advanced? Never mind. Let's keep going. I'm going to
Perhaps
say this
is a
again and
contributing
again.
factor to the belief that all points in space and time are interconnected. In fact, it is thought that this particularity is how UFOs manage to traverse the incredible distances between the stars and perhaps even the galaxies. Of course, from our current level of knowledge, the mechanics of such technology can only be speculated upon, or can it? We are about to discover.
Well, that's nonsense right there.
What, you don't believe in, like, man, like, if you think about it, like, it's a thing? No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally being an asshole.
It's irrelevant because once you travel at light speed, which is 300 and whatever thousand miles a second, time stops anyway. So you can be anywhere in the universe all at once. Simple as that.
Yeah, but also that will need infinite power.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's impossible.
Well, and then also, like, how do you pick that? How do you choose that? What is the other mechanisms that make it so that works properly, so that you're just not like
It doesn't.
splitting yourself into?
It's absolute nonsense.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's totally why we're watching this, because none of it makes any sense whatsoever. So let's get into this butthole that we're seeing in front of us.
This film will
I'd like to get into a
explain
butthole.
who these aliens are, how they come, and why.
Ooh.
And then we're going to talk about how aliens come. Yeah, aliens coming.
Exact same thing.
Yeah.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah.
We begin with anti-gravity. The concept of an anti-gravity device has been the dream of scientists and physicists.
And this is why I was like, no, we're totally watching this movie, because of this fake, hypothesis.
For many, many years. Although several have tried and failed to create a machine that can produce this effect. Perhaps in the ancient past, our forefathers actually managed to achieve this remarkable feat.
Why would they have been able to do that and we aren't? Like, oh yeah, back then they were so much smarter. Well, in a way they were, but not because of what they think. Because like they, with less knowledge, like they still achieved quite a lot.
Why?
Like, and that is the basis of our knowledge. So our knowledge is extending that. Not.
Why did their technology disappear? Why are we not using that today? If we were given that, why did it go away for no reason? It's so stupid. So here we below.
Was this on their own, or might they have had some unusual help? The first such devices to use anti-gravity technology may have been the Vimanas, often mentioned in the sacred Hindu Sanskrit texts called the Vedas, which date from between 1500 and 700 BC. These astonishing devices were used by the gods as they traveled from the heavens to the earth. But more worryingly, they also used them to wage catastrophic wars around the planet.
But then why did they not take over the earth? Why are we not all speaking Indian? Why did they not take over the earth? Why did the British somehow take over the earth?
Why have we not got flying cars?
Well, and that
we
too,
have,
that's the other.
without
We
all
do
the
what we can.
fucking jet propulsion that it needs.
No, but
Show me.
why?
I just want to see a regular car driving it properly, and then you can try flying them.
Well, and again, why are we not more advanced than these idiots always tell us that we were? Or, like, how did it disappear? Why did it go away? Why did advancements in technology? I think we said this last week, God damn it. It went from this Stone Age to this age to this age to this age to that age to that age. It didn't go from no technology to all of a sudden anti-gravity, and now we're just flying fucking cars. Like,
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
Well,
what? What are we
Why-
yeah,
talking?
but
You know,
hold on a
Why the
second.
Ninja men dancing with swords and not fucking ray guns? They should
Well,
have
I
fucking
think
laser
there's a
pistols.
good reason for that.
Master Pastor, the technology that was internal was made external. Are we talking about vibrators and dildos, or
That's
never
usually
mind?
what he's
Sorry,
talking
no,
about.
never. I'm sorry. That's totally
Dragons.
what I felt inside of me when you said that. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. But let's crack on. Once again, there's not a leap in technology and not a gap in technology that we don't have. Has technology leaped in a weird spike in multiple instances? Fuck yeah. But we can tell why those things happened and the way for them to have been a process, because one thing that we've come to figure out is human consciousness has figured out things in multiple different places almost at the same time. So when you're introduced with a new type of material and you give a person working on that material in a certain way long enough, they will come up with the same conclusion that everybody else around the world comes up with, right?
Yeah,
The only
it's
way to
amazing
make
stuff.
the only way to make this work, to make this a actual product, is you have to add this amount of this, do it in this temperature, kind of in this pressure range, and blah blah blah, right?
Yeah,
It's not that somebody gave us that information and then all of a sudden that the world knows it because the aliens give it to us. It's because a certain product was given to us, put around different places in different industries. And when we're talking about like corporations, multi-million-dollar corporations, they're going to throw their people at the best, newest thing, right? So you have this new thing that comes out. Now you have like 100,000 people that are like looking into and trying to get it to work and make it into a thing that they can use for their company to make into a thing. Now you have 5 countries that are now using this thing and making it into a thing. That isn't just because the aliens gave it to us. It's because that's naturally, organically how progression of technology works.
it's a really good point.
Go ahead, dog, right quick.
Yeah, we all we do is advance on invention, really. You know, like the TV. Oh, look, the internet. You know, it's the biggest giver of information ever invented. Well, it's also the biggest giver of disinformation as well. But it's there. It's like, you know, TVs, telephones, or, you know, mobile phones or cell phones, as you call them out there. You know, we just advance them different things. You know, science is still working in the background, but all the big advances are just basically things that have been invented anyway.
It's springboarding off of other things, obviously, and that's what I'm saying. And thank you, dog, for saying that.
We keep on building.
There's not a place in human technology that there is a gap that would tell us that there was somebody else giving us information in a way that didn't make sense. Somebody gave us that information some way externally, right? So anyways, let's crack on.
Planet. In addition, these ancient texts repeatedly refer to not just machines that defy gravity and flew, but all kinds of sophisticated weapons that used technology we can only guess at. This information also appears in the Indian classic, the Mahabharata, which is one of the oldest books in the world, and it mentions a flying chariot with sides of iron that was clad with wings.
But it had wings. No. It had wings, though. So,
what kind of wings?
But there's also this thing that like mentions a flying sled. with reindeer.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So,
But it doesn't have wings. There's not a single wing on them. But you know,
Yeah,
we've
so-
managed
so
to
they
put
must
wings
have
on
anti-
feminine hygiene products. Why not put wings on a sleigh or on like magical ungulates with long antlers that fly through the sky?
Didn't Monkey fly in a cloud? King of the Monkeys.
A monkey flying in the clouds. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, the cloud,
I got-
didn't he?
I flew with a bunch of monkeys in a tube like a couple of weeks ago. Twice, in fact.
Don't you mean
It was a lot of fun.
tube full of demons?
Yeah, it was
Demons.
a demon tube. It was
How-
like Kenneth Copeland's demon tube.
How does this
Ooh.
look like a UFO?
Oh.
How does any of this look like a UFO?
Because
anyways,
until
let's
I
crack on, let's
until I
crack on.
saw the tail numbers, it was an unidentified flyable object. Then
Yeah,
I was like, oh,
totally.
I
Exactly
identified it.
same.
I knew. I
I
recognized the
found
airline.
out
I
the tag
recognized
and
the-
then of course.
yeah, I got the
Anyways,
tail
let's
tag
crack
on it, and I was like, I
Yeah.
identified it.
Yeah, so let's crack on.
All right.
The Rig Veda describes one of the weapons used by the Vimanas. It is called Indragni, and it was a weapon that used two types of force. The ancient Hindu texts describe the first half of the word, Indra, as the kinetic energy of subatomic particles that ignite and burn. The second half of the word, Agni, is described as a fire that is both thermonuclear and electric. Modern commentaries about this weapon suggest
Thermonuclear.
Did you all hear that?
Thermonuclear and electric.
Did you
Thermonuclear.
hear
Oh,
did you hear what they said is the translation to that? Let's just go back. We're totally gonna hear it again. I'm actually gonna
Okay.
slow it down to regular speed because goddamn, just
Listen
listen to
very
this
carefully.
bullshit. Listen to what they said is the here we go. I'm not even gonna say it.
half of the word, Indra, as the kinetic energy of subatomic particles that
See why he sped this up? Do you see how slow this goddamn motherfucking bullshit is?
Subatomic.
ignite and burn.
That's the
The
worst
kinetic-
AI voice.
Hey,
as well.
but Slim, we all know why it has to be this slow. Like,
Yeah, so
otherwise
for
they can't keep,
dumbasses, so they
the
can
people
fucking
that believe this can't keep up.
Is this?
Yeah,
Because people need a minute to like pull their jaw up off the floor because they're stupefied at how stupid this guy is. This is word
No.
salad. This is
Well,
word
it is,
salad.
this is
And they don't even have a good dressing. There's no croutons. There's no bacon bits. There's not even bacon bits.
yeah,
this
but
is
no,
just-
this is
This is
literally
an
for people.
unadored. It's not even chopped up iceberg lettuce. It's
Hold,
worst-
yeah, and hold,
worst salad ever.
and well, hold on. This is for people that are living in a mental hospital, and
Oh,
their
absolutely.
brain has already been chopped half off because of that surgery, whatever the hell it's called, or they've had a hook
The
up their
lobotomy?
nose. Yeah, and then
the lobotomy,
yeah, and then
yeah.
they need it to be this slow for them to pretend to take it on, even though they're not taking it on. But I just want us to hear this one more time.
Yeah, but kinetic energy is created by matter moving. That's basically
I can make kinetic energy by kicking my foot up your ass, dumbass.
exactly,
Anyways,
yeah.
let's crack on. All right, let's crack on.
kinetic energy of subatomic particles that ignite and burn. The second half of the word,
that
Agni,
ignite
is
and burn.
described as a fire that is both
Did he say
thermonuclear
subatomic
and
Particles
electric.
that ignite and
Modern
burn.
Okay. Yes,
did say that.
don't think about it. Don't
what-
think about it at all.
What was the word?
Oh,
What
wait a
was
second.
what was the word that he talked about?
Because if I
God
think
damn it, are
about
we
it,
going
we're
over
going to
this
be here for another
again?
6 hours dissecting
Oh wait,
what
I'll
Buddy just
look it
said
up
here. 'cause
myself.
Buddy,
You mean
Buddy's-
this? You mean this? Okay, stop. Hold on, Al. Stop.
Agni is
Okay.
described as a fire that is both thermonuclear.
Okay.
I
We'll
just
go to
I didn't hear
right here. We'll go right here. We'll go right here.
He's talking about fusion.
There we
of
go. There we go.
particles.
Yeah. Here we go.
Half of the word, Indra, as the kinetic energy of subatomic particles that ignite and burn.
Indra.
The second half of the word, Agni, is described as a fire that is both thermonuclear and electric. Modern commentary
And then your mama was the next thing that came. Okay,
I don't
sorry, I had to totally break that up for
Theories
sure
about
about
this
this.
weapon suggest that it may have been a plasma-based device, and it was activated by sound.
Well,
Wait. Because
yeah.
an ancient text said something about a mysterious weapon technology, it's got to be plasma. And it,
Are you-
anyways, and we're gonna listen to this once again, because this is how much stupidity is coming out of this. Because in an ancient text, somebody said there was a thing that looked like a thing that did a thing that kind of had a thing that did something that may be a thing. Because once again, they don't know what they're talking about. This is not a scientist usually, or even back then, a scientist was they didn't know anything. So it's just people recounting things. So this is called what we call hearsay in the judicial system, right? It is just a person telling a story that they saw, and then somebody else writing off of that story. That is called hearsay. That's secondhand knowledge, right?
Yeah, but
yeah.
you know, plasma is basically a fundamental part of the state, really, isn't it? You know, you've got your others, which is liquid.
Indra is one of their gods, not a subatomic particle.
Yeah, and that's what she said last night when I gave it to her inside of her part of. Anyways, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
It's correct, because you know, plasma is affected by sound waves, which is electromagnetism, really, isn't it? That's
and that's why.
I don't know if a sound wave is electromagnetism, but a radio wave is, and other waves, light waves are.
Sound wave is an electromagnetic wave.
I don't know if it's.
I don't think sound's a mechanical wave.
I don't.
Sound is a mechanical wave.
Yeah, I don't know if it's electro. Anyway,
wave propagation is similar but not identical in these.
I know.
However, the particles react in concert with electromagnetic fields, example as in an electromagnetic wave, as well as pressure or velocity field, example as in a sound wave.
That's what she said last night. I do know that when I opened up my ex's vagina and yelled into it, that never mind. We'll talk about that later. All right.
Plasma-based device, and it was activated by sound. A passage in the Bhagavad Gita, which forms part of the Mahabharata, describes a planet-wide disaster caused by a weapon described as a ray of iron. This ray of iron melted the ground and rocks and turned them into
a meteorite. It's called a meteorite.
Ray of iron. Okay.
It literally there was two cultures having a war, and a meteorite hit around the area. That's it.
According to the Mahabharata, the Vimanas were kept in Vimanagriha, or buildings that serve the same purpose as aircraft hangars. The Ramayana, the work of equal age and importance.
Because think of how many times there's been war around this earth. Eventually, there are going to be times where there's going to be astronomical anomalies, right? So, meteor showers, a meteorite falling into the atmosphere, lightning, tidal waves, a handful of other things, right?
All the good kinds of ass stroking.
Yeah, and what are you going to think if you are an ancient culture? And while you're fighting,
you might chalk it up to your deities that you already have, or new ones that could explain what's going on potentially. Like if you don't understand, if you don't have a concept of how many different space sourced objects are already on Earth, and like naturally occurring ones, right? Like we've done a lot in long range optics in the last few centuries to change our understanding of what is going on around us in a way that these ancient cultures couldn't possibly have done without access to technologies that are relatively recent. And just like you said before, we build on these technologies, and I would say that you know, you might not see the direct through line, but the ability to do long range astronomy and the desire to do space travel go hand in hand.
Yeah,
Because
and anyways,
understanding that space is a place to travel to came from
yeah,
long
yeah.
range astronomy.
And there's a lot of cultures look at, and he said ass astronomy. Anyways,
Can I
anyways, so sure, really quick, really fast, because I want
Master Pastor is correct. Time travel is very easy because every proton, subatomic particle, atom, we're all traveling through time as we speak.
You want
Well,
to know?
1 second per second.
Hold on.
Traveling back in time
Is
that's
the problem?
impossible. If that's what you
Yeah.
mean, that's impossible.
Yeah, you want to know how we know time travel is possible to go into the future, because the future's now.
We're going through it now.
Hold on.
We're traveling through time 1 second per second. Hey,
and hold on, and Haiti, and also you want to know how I can make you time travel? Does it smell like
chloroform?
What's it called? Yeah, does it smell like chloroform? You know, like I can totally
Does
make you
this
pass
smell
out.
like chloroform?
Yeah,
It smells like
can
Teen
make you
Spirit.
pass
I
out
think you're
for-
doing
Even when
some
you're sleeping, you're traveling through
some time travel.
That's what I'm saying. Is I can literally make you time travel into the future by giving you things so that you will time and travel. Anyways, let's crack on with this.
To the Mahabharata describes these machines as double-deck circular aircraft with portholes and a dome that flew with the
Yeah, they got portholes.
Oh yeah, because they
and
exactly
stuff.
knew what an aircraft was. Back then, they knew
Yeah,
what an
and-
aircraft was, right?
And they
And
said
a
a double decker and
Yeah.
the wind
The double decker.
and emitted a melodious sound. Amazingly, these craft were also supposedly used not only in Earth's atmosphere, but also in space and even underwater. The power for the Vimanas reputedly came from a mysterious engine that used liquid mercury as the power source, and one of these
supposedly, allegedly, there
Use
is
liquid
some
mercury as the power
inclination that
source.
maybe they may
But,
have done how and wow and wow and how and how
is
and why.
liquid is liquid not one of the most common states of mercury?
I don't
Well,
know.
it depends
I'm
on
guessing-
what temperature you're working at.
I'm,
Really,
Well,
like,
like-
I'm
have-
honestly
you
guessing
do
that it
you
mercury
know the
normally.
vapor.
temperatures that we work at?
Like if you're
Are
talking
you-
about like Earth terrestrial temperatures, I believe mercury is at a liquid state. Through
Yeah.
many like commonly experienced like comfortable human temperatures.
I'm gonna say that if they become liquid, that they will go all the way down
We can
to the
look it
core.
up, like at
No,
what
he's
temperature
doing
it's
it,
solid
he's
and
doing
a
it.
gas.
Anyways, go ahead right quick. Go ahead right quick, because I want to keep
real
going.
quick, Slim. Real quick. Mercury will become solid
Yeah,
at 38.8 degrees Celsius, minus 38.
and
Minus 38. Okay,
And that's
yeah.
in Fahrenheit, that is 37.8.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
very close to that
minus-
temperature. Yeah.
so
37.8.
Slim,
So
That's
once
what
again,
temperature it
I
was in
wanna-
Saskatoon
Hold on.
last weekend.
hold on. So once again, I want to say that it would sink in further down, and because you can get that warm. Anyways, I don't know. Anyways, let's crack on.
You need to read Debestian's side chat there. That's brilliant.
This one,
Yeah, read that out.
this Sharonisms, that thingy-mabobbers haven't been around for quadrillions of years. But yes, they're remembered as tree species. Sure.
I just had to get you because you always get me to read shit out for a laugh. So
Yeah, I know, but I can't read that right now. But anyways, crack on. Let's crack on.
was allegedly found in
It
a
has
cave
nothing to
in
do with right now.
Afghanistan during the recent conflict. It is known that in 2010, 4 world leaders paid unscheduled visits to Afghanistan. Had they been told about what had been found? People still hold rituals and ceremonies to honor ancient beings inside caves. It is the use of a cave due to the fact that it is hidden and mysterious and has strange.
Why did we start using caves? to protect ourselves because we didn't know how to build buildings, you dumb cunts.
Yeah.
And we started using them as like communal areas, which became, what do we call churches? So what the fuck are you talking about, you psychopaths? I love when they do this. They're like, the Satanists decided in the middle, in the blah 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 ancient ages, they were gonna go down and be in these caves, and it's like, that's how the world worked back then, you twat whistle. Like, what were you
Yeah,
gonna do when there were saber-tooth?
That was the only way
What?
we could find shelter.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Many
obviously.
caves, yeah, and coves. You know,
What were you gonna do when there was like crazy ass fucking weird things in the middle of the night? Not just huge beings, like millipedes, centipedes, spiders, all kinds of weird, crazy things that were trying to like eat you. Mice. I don't know what they would be called back then, but you know,
I don't think centipedes will try to eat you, but
well, the only time we started digging our own caves is when we learned how to
maybe
mine.
not Senta, but Milla, right?
There's one of them that will try to bite you and stuff. I don't know if they'll.
It's the Milla.
They only got to eat you one bite at a time to eventually finish devouring you, right?
Well, yeah, and then there's a handful of other things that will try to nibble off your toes and shite and other things. So let's crack on. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
That's why I wear steel-toed boots to work.
Or is some long-forgotten race memory of a previous existence, and are they still trying to make contact with their ancestors? Here we have this strange connection with the same thin, faceless entities seen thousands of miles away in the cave near Karama in India. The Maya also had similar beliefs. This time they involved a place called Xibalba, which means the place of...
You mean they put on masks and then they like descripted those masks in the representation of these rituals that they would put on? No, it's totally aliens. It's always aliens. Hashtag it's always aliens. I mean, seriously.
I'm not gonna say it's aliens, but
it's aliens.
I mean, what else would it be?
Again, it is underground. And
go ahead right quick.
Well, just name one other thing it could possibly be. Make one rational declaration about some normal, everyday thing that could possibly explain any of this. And the answer is everything you come up with is aliens.
It's Pip's black hole. Sorry, I gave it away.
Okay.
Go ahead and kill me.
I blame the Mexicans.
Yeah, they're below. Anyways, let's
well, first you have to define Mexican.
Them. No, I'm just kidding.
Just like everybody that
lives
south of the Rio Grande.
Just crack on. Let's crack on.
Some death gods. The entrance to this vast underground world was believed to be via a cave near Coban in Guatemala. There are similar cave systems in nearby Belize that are also thought to be entrances to Xibalba. Oddly, and perhaps significantly, some Mayan legends say that our galaxy, the Milky Way, is the real road to Xibalba. Is this a reference to extraterrestrials who were involved with the human race from the very earliest times? Does it also imply that the caves may have once served as portals between worlds, and that the portals served as two-way streets, in that there was passage?
Citation needed? Anyways, let's keep going.
There be some form of tech left over.
Once again,
I still don't understand 100%.
It's like the people that are into the Hollow Earth caverns and
I don't know what's going on, and I don't know how far back these are ancient.
We watch Stargate and these
editions,
ideas. That's what that.
But once again, do you know what it's like to go down into a very, very, very
I know how it is
cave?
How it is to go down.
So, I mean, you mean like spelunking? Do you mean spelunking or like as a sexual?
No, both. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay,
but not even spelunking. If you've ever hold on. I mean, I have done both, but we'll talk about that later. But no, what I'm talking about is, have you ever been down like a long tunnel? You don't
I haven't been into deep caverns or caves I've been
Well,
in like
let's not.
pretty shallow ones, but like
Okay,
there's some pretty
so-
deep underground ones.
so really quick, in San Diego, there's a bunch of runoff tunnels
Is
for
that Carlsbad?
flooding.
Is Carlsbad the place, or is that what you're
No,
talking about? No?
like,
Oh, okay.
well, hold on. Well, like
Oh,
under
yeah, I'm ahead of you again.
under I 25 or 2, I don't remember, whatever. That's where the San Diego River runs through. It's a 12-lane freeway or something. Because back in the day, it used to only rain 6-8 days a year. It would only do it in straight of those days. Let's put it that way, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
to not flood out a whole 12-lane freeway, which was 4 lanes. It was 4 lanes up and 4 lanes back, and then turned to 8 lanes each. I think, is that the right number, or whatever lanes I
I don't
said?
know. I
If
feel
not,
like I saw this episode of
doesn't matter.
Baywatch though.
Sure, totally. But what they did is underneath they made a maze for the water to not just rush through to take out this
Oh yeah, like
structure.
baffling. Yeah.
So what they did is they had it go like, can you see you know what I'm saying? Like, it did not run straight through. There were these inlet
Dave.
outlets.
Dave.
What
Dave's
up?
here.
What
Dave's
up,
not
Des?
here. Dave is
Yeah,
here.
Dave's not here,
Dave's
man.
here.
But yes, he's here, man. Anyways,
All right.
so like I was saying, they made like a maze that went through these. And I don't know who figured this out, but somebody made us aware of this. And you could literally walk a couple hundred feet up this way, turn left, then walk like 10-20 feet, turn right, and there was like a whole like a room, a ballroom size area. So
Yeah.
we used to put on raves in there
Did
under the goddamn fucking freeway.
the
because-
water find its level? That's a
Well,
I
it
wonder.
totally did. On the
It wasn't
days that
affected
we
by
weren't
gravity,
there,
though, was it?
well, the days we weren't there, and then it wasn't.
just for all the master pastors in the world.
No, but like, be honest. Like sometimes I lose my level, and then I'll find it again.
Okay, all right. Well,
Okay, well,
okay, dad jokes. Okay, dad jokes.
in the spirit of that joke,
Let's crack on, and I'm gonna walk away.
let's have
for
a
just,
rim shot before somebody does a rim job.
But
All
no,
right, I'm done.
But
Tip your
anyways,
waitresses. I may or may
Let's
not
try-
be here all week.
let's crack on. We're gonna keep playing this. I'm gonna walk away for a couple seconds to grab another burr, and then I will come back and we will talk about it once we get through more of this idiocracy. So here we go.
One has to ask if the wall art is an attempt by our ancestors to depict what they saw.
Movies.
All of this seems to add fuel to the legitimate question, what were these ancient people attempting to depict? As if this was not enough, there are also
Porn.
indications that this mysterious
Kama
underworld
Sutra.
might be even stranger than we can imagine. Because deep underground there are the crystal caves, vast caverns filled with huge crystals. One spectacular example is a cave which is 1,000 feet below Nica in Chihuahua in Mexico. It was discovered by miners in the year 2000
Chihuahua?
and is accessed via the Nica mine. These crystals are huge and are formed from selenite, which is a form of gypsum. The largest of these crystals is 39 feet long, 13 feet in diameter, and an estimated 55 tons in weight. The thing about crystal is that it is an
Interesting.
ideal medium for information storage, and it is usual for various kinds of crystal to be used in computer networks for information and data storage. Another curious fact about this cave is that samples taken from the water that once
Citation
that
needed.
are unknown to science, and they are well in excess of 10,000 years old. Might this
We
giant
need a
crystal cave in
citation
Mexico
for
have
that.
been left as a kind of data storage facility by the beings worshipped by our ancestors because it is capable of
You know,
holding
he's just
an incredible
Yeah,
amount
because
of
finding all
nature
this
cannot make that.
rectally.
It is
It's
possible that
rectally
this
sourced.
might even be the fabled Hall of Records, or even the legendary Akashic Records, which contain every single piece of information concerning the human race. Every thought, word, emotion, event, and deed that has ever occurred or will ever occur.
Yeah.
Might caves
Okay.
like this even be a part of a worldwide communication device that could still allow us to communicate with the gods, our creators, because various crystal caves exist all over the planet? Another curious fact is that obelisks that have been built both in the past and in modern times all have a similar crystalline shape to those in the crystal cave. Does this
Really?
mean that people who made them were unconsciously accessing race memories to recreate the crystals that may have allowed?
I'm guessing why the AI sounds so fucking annoying and stupid is because even the AI was rejecting this fucking bullshit he was typing in for it to say.
Is this an AI
Probably.
voice saying all this nonsense?
Absolutely.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because the way it has a weird cadence, but I know Slim's got it sped up a little bit so that we don't have to like sit through so much of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Is it better to get a little of it really fast, or none of it?
You don't
really
want to
slow?
hear. Well, you don't
I
want to
mean,
hear. You don't
it's
want
like
to
a
hear.
It's like
Band-Aid.
it's a form of torture. I
Yeah,
can't believe
like a
totally.
Pastor
Band-Aid.
Huckleberry's still hanging around for all this.
It's definitely AI. I've never heard anybody speak like that, especially because he's
Um,
got a British sound, that he's sort of David Attenborough type voice. No,
He's trying to sound like David Attenborough, but
I believe so.
he's-
Yeah, I believe that's the AI.
he sounds like the Timu version. Dennis Roxborough.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, let's go a little bit further. I'll be right back. I have to use.
Allowed communication with the gods. At one time, the Great Pyramid was also caked with granite, yet another type of crystal. Was this just decoration? Was it a symbol of power, or was it to enhance the mysterious properties inherent in the pyramid? Recently, scientists have created what they call the Superman crystal, named after a device shown in the Superman films. This invention can store an astonishing 360 terabytes of data on a tiny piece of glass, which is another less than half a
Who
postage
the
stamp
fucking
inside.
invented it?
This recording medium has a lifespan estimated at around 13.8 billion years, making effectively everlasting. Because of mining and tunneling, etc., we are mostly aware of what lies beneath our feet and are starting to understand just how complex the subterranean world really is. Because there are indications that there could be entire cities deep below us. Is this feasible? The answer is yes, and they could lie within a huge area known as the Mohole.
Oh,
The
really?
Mohole, or the Mohorovisic discontinuity, stretches right around
Holy
the
fuck.
planet, and it lies beneath the crust and the mantle. It was
That
That's what she
crystal,
said
I
last
need
time.
citation for that because all I find is a sketchy website.
Does Buddy here not know that the pyramids were the world's first skate park?
But what did he say?
I mean,
What
think
was
about
on the pyramids that was a sort of crystal?
it says Thrasher magazine because somebody put their sticker there.
Okay, sure, totally.
The world's first skate park. That's fucking
It
brilliant.
was the world's first skate park. Think about the rail
Totally.
slide you could do down a pyramid.
Look at that. Yeah, totally. All right,
mean,
all right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Do a couple of ollies at the top, and then woo.
If they built them in the Nordic country, you could do buttering boxes all the way down.
Totally.
That's a snowboarding thing, which
Yeah.
Slim knows
Okay.
about, but I don't know if everybody else does. But Slim lives in
Yes,
Colorado,
I know what we're talking
where
about. Yes.
snowboarding is like totally what people do. And I live in Canada, and we have a guy here that was so good at snowboarding, he won the gold medal when he was high on pot.
Yes, we know. And I'm also a skateboarder as well. So let's crack
And he-
on. Let's keep going.
I don't know if he's the same guy that's also like the leader of some sort of weird criminal organization. I have to look into that.
We'll talk about that later. Anyway,
Yeah.
Probably is.
Designed by
We can do a
Andrij
show
Mohor,
about that too. Whether it's
Okay,
the same guy or not.
a Croatian seismologist, and it is located about 8 kilometers beneath the ocean floor and 32 kilometers beneath ground level. Although normally shown in neat, regular slices, the layers that comprise the planet are far from regular, and the boundary of the Mohor consists of immense gaps and cavities. Some of them are vast
that's what she said.
and could
The only
indeed contain a
cavity
small
is in this
city or
fucker's
anything
head.
else, for that matter.
This,
Yeah, well, I mean, she's that old. She's got to have a lot of gaps and cavities at this point in time.
Oh my.
While this might include an unknown subterranean
I mean, if you just look at a woman who's just never mind, I'll stop right there.
race of people, it would equally make an ideal hiding place for an extraterrestrial race that wished to remain concealed.
Yeah, but we would totally
Correct,
figure
you're
them
right,
out by now,
Lisa.
and like somebody would have stumbled across them, and we would have, you know, they couldn't hide forever, dumbasses.
There have been
Did
many
he say-
instances where
either-
UFOs have been seen
Go ahead.
Like these caverns are like undersea thing. Either Jacques Cousteau or Steve Zissou would have found these caverns under the and these ancient cities with all the
Yeah,
underwater studies they've done.
They would have come across. See, now there's these aliens. You know what? If I poke them in the bum, then they're gonna. No, I'm just kidding. That's Steve Irwin. That's completely
No,
different.
no, no,
Never
no,
mind.
no. That
But
was not Steve
let's
Irwin.
crack on.
No disparaging of Steve
Beautiful
Irwin.
aliens. Ooh, I'm gonna
Beautiful. There we go.
stick my
Yes.
finger up
See
their
that?
bum.
The bum.
Yeah,
But
maybe
anyways,
Maybe the
anyways,
entire
let's
Irwin
crack on.
family live on forever.
Irving was awesome.
Irwin and his offspring and his wife were all wonderful people that should be celebrated. And I will not even make any Australian jokes for the next 7 minutes.
Oh,
It is
Okay,
awesome.
sure. They're amazing. I will still
He's
somewhat make
like,
fun of him, but let's track on. Let's track on.
emerging
Loved
from caves
animals.
dotted around the planet. UFOs have also been seen entering the Earth in a similar manner. Are they based in the hidden cavity?
What
I have
in
no-
crevices, underground, in caverns? What are you talking about, you
Of
weirdos?
the Mohor? Perhaps strangest
Yeah, dog exactly.
of all is the reincarnation of Jesus Christ, who after his death on the cross reincarnated in a cave. The only evidence of this is his burial shroud, which bears the imprint of his body, and this may
What
have
the
been
fuck?
created due to
the only
Just wait,
proof is
just wait,
he's
just
not
wait.
there anymore.
Just wait, just wait. Listen to this. Hold on,
There's
everybody. Listen to this.
No.
This is why we're actually watching this, and after this, we're probably going to be done. But we'll see. We'll see. But
Like
here
the
we
whole
go.
thing
Just
has been
listen
leading up to
listen
this moment right here. Okay.
Yes, but just listen. Just
his
listen.
burial shroud, which bears the imprint of his body, and this may have been created due to a burst of energy released by the properties of the cave. Likewise, Christ was also born in a cave.
No,
Your religion has to
I
fucking
thought
come
I
in.
thought he was born in a stable.
No,
Something like that.
He
of
was
course.
born in a
Again, all of
manger.
this.
It was a major
Hey,
manger at that.
Hey, Beck.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
back here.
this is completely stupid. This is completely stupid.
Is it what the back that's here, or the majestic back, or both? How many backs are here?
Both. It's
The-
it's
what
it's
the-
what the Beck.
Uncle Beck.
What the back?
Okay,
One
so
and only.
anyways,
Hello
let's
to
crack on.
either or both. Hey, what the back?
Since Beck just showed up, here we go. Let's let you hear this once again, everybody, and then we'll keep blowing on for a little bit more.
Imprint of his body, and this may have been created due to a burst of energy released by the properties of the cave. Likewise, Christ was also born in a cave. Yet another factor in this
And
that
what
churches
cave
were
was he
often built above caves.
He was born inside of his mom's cave. Ha ha. I don't know what
Yeah.
is going on.
Oh, why would you make that a church above a cave? Oh, wait. Is that might have something to do with not having to build a basement or a cellar? Might have something to
mean-
do with that.
I mean,
Is he
I
just
totally
trying to
built your mom's cellar after I gave it to her like she's never gotten
Well,
before.
no,
Anyways,
Slim. It's
I
your
carry-
sister that
Yeah.
you'll sell.
Oh,
is
that's
he,
it. Sorry,
is
it's
he
my
just reaching
since
out to
I'm a-
religion?
I'm a
with his shit?
sister. So, anyways, Carrie, how are you doing? In
Oh, hey, Carrie.
one of the Mary or John Joseph's that didn't make canon. She gives birth in a cave. Okay, all right. I
Oh,
see
she
what
gives
you're
birth
saying.
in a cave. All right.
I see
And
what
other
you're saying.
ancient
I see what you're
systems of worship.
saying.
Was this instinctive, or did the builders know something that we do not? One example of this is in Rome at the Basilica of St. Clemente, where the basilica is built directly above a temple of Mithras, and these temples were always in caves. There have been a few written accounts of underground and possibly extraterrestrial races. One such.
Dun
If they're
dun
extraterrestrial,
dun.
you dumbass!
Extra testicle? Oh, that's completely different, right?
That
Okay,
was a
yeah, never
Cheech
mind.
and Chong routine.
Yeah.
E.T.
Yeah.
the extra
Richard
testicle.
Shaver, who along with his publisher Ray Palmer wrote tales of warring entities hidden deep underground, of which he claimed to have had personal experience. This was a fundamentally
sure.
evil ancient civilization.
So what you're saying is
Oh,
there
yeah,
were monks. There were monks from the undergrounds, and they molest. Never mind. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna.
Well, hey, religion is evil, so.
I went
Well,
there, but I
organized-
didn't go
organized-
there. Allegedly, I don't know, but let's crack on. Let's crack on.
Organized religion is evil. I will always say
Let's
that.
just go. Let's go.
Use
Let's go on.
fantastic technology against the human race and frequently kidnap them
Against the human race.
for their own nefarious purposes. The technology they used originally belonged to the benevolent extraterrestrial race from whom they were descended. There is another account from an Englishman, Edward Bulwer.
So they used it against them, but then also
an
made it
Englishman.
with them to make something to have a thing, and then they like, never mind. It doesn't make none of this makes any sense ever. And Carrie says they are picking stuff from all over to tell their story. Exactly. And thank you for saying that. It's exactly what I was getting at. Is it's all these other things they're all like shoving together to make these things out of different cultural things, and that's pretty much what the Bible and the Dead Sea Scrolls and other things are. It's just
why stop now?
That's what she said last night.
But the shroud of Turin has been roundly debunked over and over again. Why they would throw that in there is like just like what the fuck is like the first thing I'm thinking. But then isn't Buddy what's his name still saying he's found like the remains of the Ark up on Mount Ararat? Ararat? I don't know how to pronounce it, but you know what I mean.
I don't know. I don't know if that was. I think somebody else said that they found it, or
like
that they said.
The Shrouded Turin thing was like
I know what you're talking
from
about.
like,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
From like 1,300 years ago or something. But it's old, but it isn't old enough to be Jesus's last cheesecloth there or whatever. But I mean, is there anything more?
Hold on, stop. Jesus' cheesecloth. Fuck yeah. Everybody, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Everybody hashtag Jesus's last cheesecloth. But yes, no, totally, you're right. Anyways, let's keep cracking on.
All right. Keep on rolling.
Rolling.
I'm afraid.
Lytton, who wrote a little-known but influential book entitled The Coming Race, which elaborated upon the concept of a subterranean, superhuman civilization with noble and honorable ideals emerging as the savior of the human race. Here, the energy source was referred to as Vril. This is quite the opposite of what Shaver had in mind, and perhaps the beings that Bulwer Lytton wrote about were guardians protecting humans from attacks of Shaver's evil Deros. If this is the
Wait, somebody who was religious in ancient times came up with a concept that was not provable at the time, and now that you're trying to force into being provable by a certain type of science. Yeah, no, totally. Let's believe in that. I'm totally on board with you. But let's keep going.
Oh, we need to shoehorn in some Vaseline. Squeeze this in there.
No, it's totally like saying, we're gonna get all 8 of you 18-year-olds. Now I'm gonna stop right there.
Stop talking about 18-year-olds and Vaseline and shoehorn.
Well, and I was gonna say, I was gonna get into a gallon of lube, but we'll talk about that later.
Instead of seeking answers to ET contacts in the depths of outer space, we should turn our attention
Really,
to
innit?
inner space and the hidden depths of our own world
Yeah, inner space bound. Okay, I'll stop. I'm
to
done.
find
I'm
the
done.
answers, because that is where the evidence may lie. There are a great many places around the world our ancestors thought were of special significance. Locations held sacred and revered as places of power and healing. What marked these places as
Yeah, because locally there were certain places that did certain things, especially in the sky. So if you were like in different parts of the latitudes from the equator, north or south, certain things would happen in the sky that you could see way more. Like in Alaska, you can see the aurora borealis way more, right?
Yeah, we can see that here too, but people don't know
Yeah.
we're here because
Yeah.
we're a really big country, but nobody knows we're here. But yeah,
Yeah, no, I
a
know.
lot of awesome places you can see.
It's,
You can see it's been really far south recently too. So like I've seen it at my
Yeah.
place, but usually I have to go
Hey,
pretty
Commander.
far north to see it. Hey, Commander.
Yes,
also, Al, it's not that we don't know you're here. We just fucking ignore you.
Yeah, I know. It's
and
that's why we keep coming
Tell them.
and saying,
That's-
hey buddy, what's up, eh?
Hey, Commander.
Hey, and really quick, and Al, that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Is there are things like that that are like happening in the skies that, like, if we were in ancient times, what would you think was happening? Let's
Well,
pretend. Let's pretend. Hold on, Al. Let's pretend that we're right now, and I hit you in the face with a ball peen hammer, and I spun you around 20 times in a circle, and then I shined a light in your face, and I asked you what was going on in the sky at that point in time. What would you think was happening?
well, first of all, I'm not paying for your broken hammer. Second of all,
yeah, and my
Second of all,
broken nose,
no,
my and my no, but anyways, no, but
no,
pretend.
no, you're right. Like, I think, like, you know, ancient cultures might have like said, well, maybe Ishtar is having a rave or something of that nature, because you know Ishtar was like one of the earlier goddesses that we should probably keep praying to, because like who took her out of the equation anyway? But yeah, no, I think like ancient cultures would have seen strange magical things in the sky and attributed them to all sorts of different things that they believe mysterious things. They,
Well,
you know, if they saw
and
powerful things happening, they probably figured a powerful person of some sort was making that happen, because they've probably
And
seen
once
big,
again-
strong people do some crazy shit.
and once again, we're talking about local governments, communities, organizations.
People's ability to travel was really curtailed compared to what we have
Yeah.
today.
So say this thing, Bob, we're seeing in front of us right now, just as an example. I don't know, but let's just use this as an example. Say there was 1,000, let's say there's 2,000 people that were living in this little community, and an asteroid storm happened, a comet storm happened overhead, and then their enemies decided, because they saw that as a thing, to invade them. Correlation doesn't mean causation 100%. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the
But why
gods in the
invading?
skies did not tell them 100% to do that, but they took it as a sign to do that, or they got scared, like we've seen in the past as well. There has been like, actually the English have used this to their advantage a lot of times, where they're fighting somebody and weather systems have caused something to happen, and the people that lived there thought that it was a thing telling them to go right.
Yeah.
Right, dog?
Yeah, Yeah, we were clever like that. We used the weather to attack and do things like that.
Mhm.
Take over
No,
the planet.
we're
I don't know
evil
how
like
much.
that.
I don't know how much y'all knew exactly what's going on,
Well,
but
if you're going on about
because of
your
people's
Borealis,
hold on, really quick, dog. Because of people's superstitions, they played onto it, which
yeah, absolutely.
was advantageous for them in a lot of different circumstances, and without them knowing, them doing certain things may have caused weather systems, and or they may probably wink nudge if you know what I mean, known that like certain weather systems were going to be there around certain times, and
Yeah.
just like with Major Green Twat has done with us, they have said they're controlling the weather. No, there are certain people that understand that, like, if you do certain things during certain times, certain things are probably going to happen. Just like not even roll the dice of it.
Well, you know, like
Hurricane Alley
weather
is a
radar has
thing.
changed predictions, right? To be
Yeah.
more predictions are more accurate as radar and satellite tracking of weather systems has come around. But yeah, people that understood weather patterns earlier on, or had done some scientific discoveries about like barometric pressure changes. Like if you had a barometer, like before barometers were discovered or shared around to like a community that didn't have one, and you could say, hey, I know within 48 hours there's going to be a rainstorm, because you saw a barometric pressure change that you knew was indicating very high likelihood of a front moving in. You could maybe convince somebody that you knew something that you didn't, that you just had a better guess than anybody else, is really all it is.
Well, right? Literally, that's what a wizard was, or a witch back in the day, or something like that.
Yeah, you're like a prophet of
they didn't
fortune
teller
or whatever, right?
Yeah,
Prophet of thought.
So when I think I've said, I know I've said this before. I'm not going to say, but my ex-wife, she was worked with the weather for the Marines, and she told me in the early 2000s, we don't know what we're talking about. All we have is weather forecast simulations from things that we have from the last like 50 years, if even that, in most areas at the most. So some areas, like in buttfuck your mom's vagina, there's no data, right? Like in Kansas or some weird.
Yeah, there's not enough weather stations to know.
Yeah, and so we don't have enough data, but we can make forecasts and we can pretend. And nowadays, we're getting closer and closer to knowing that stuff.
Like satellite tracking, it doesn't matter how small the station is. The satellite can see it coming from 10 miles or 100 miles or 1,000 miles away.
Yeah,
and topography changes directions, right? Like a mountain range will change what the common wind direction is on such a regular basis. You sort of know what'll happen.
Yeah, and so other things now.
We still don't know all of the variables yet, and that's
patterns. Totally. But anyways, what I was getting at once again is that's what we're saying. We're all getting at that is that we have a guesstimation of what's going on. But let's crack on just a little bit more with this.
As being so different, so unique, that cairns, temples, and eventually churches were built there? The answer is obscured, layered in magic and legend, protected true believers who prefer to attribute the inherent, unique properties of supernatural agencies rather.
They tried to do these things so they could save their. But anyways, let's crack on just a little bit more.
Than naturally occurring forces. The entire world is crisscrossed by a network of lines of power, geomagnetic energy.
This is ley line shit they're throwing in there too.
Yes, that's ley.
Holy fuck! Oh man,
hold on.
This is woo grab bag extravaganza extraordinaire.
This
Do
is
you know
bollocks.
what? Hey, hold on, everybody. Hold on, everybody. You know what would be amazing and what would work to the best of the human population is if we could figure out a way to align sex dungeons in to this line of
Oh, with the
consciousness
getting late
and
lines.
magnetism.
The
Yeah,
line
the
up to
way
get laid.
lines and stuff.
The line up
The
to
getting
get
late
laid.
lines.
If you
Yeah.
could just lay the lines of everybody in an order that made a we'll talk about that later.
These are not
Then
Hawaiian
we could
flower necklaces
we could
either.
we could power the world off of orgies if you idiots would just go along with lining up your never mind. We'll talk. I'm sorry. I'm
Well, you know,
sorry.
there's
I'm too drunk. Let's go.
it's
Let's
got to
keep
be
going.
it's got to be safe and consensual. So
No, of course, totally. That's what I'm saying. The people that want to do this, we can
Yeah, the
totally
people
make
that-
free energy
you know,
from all of the people that want to make
you could seize the power.
a centipede. Is that what we called it? Never mind. Let's keep going.
I
Let's
don't
keep
know,
going.
but I don't know if you'd want to call it a centipede.
I know. No, I don't know. I know. But
And
let's
some
keep
people
going.
are really into feet, though. 100 feet's a lot.
I mean, 69. Anyways, let's keep going. Let's keep
69
going.
feet is an odd number.
Well, if we can have 69 with this, that it's a 69 loop that can happen.
All right,
with
yeah, no,
causing-
hey.
Anyways, I'm done. I'm getting stop.
Are you?
Stop. Stop, Slim. Stop. Let's keep going.
Somebody ran over YouTube. Nobody said feet.
Like an incredible, gigantic.
I'm not gonna come up with this at all. I swear.
These lines of power have also been referred to as ley lines or lays and spread out like the filaments of a spider's web, carrying natural magnetic force all over the world.
Yeah.
They have become associated with UFO sightings and other paranormal events. This is not really surprising.
Yeah, because these idiots who think this, they've
Dumbasses.
figured out these ley lines and they've like matched them up to. No, they haven't. No, there's no representation of them actually proving any of this kind of stuff.
There
Shit.
seems to be a
Like
deliberate
divine
plan
of the
regarding
wall, the
various
golden diamonds, isn't it? It's all bollocks.
structures like
Yeah,
standing
yeah,
stones
yeah, yeah,
erected
yeah.
on or adjacent to the lays. There is
That's
one
what she said last
dimensional
night.
interaction with geomagnetic energy that is perhaps the best known of all. The skull of the dowser. Perhaps this aspect is the most
we
elusive
go.
yet common practical use of earth magic known to.
Oh my god!
I knew it was
God,
going to go.
dowering
for
is
What kind of magic?
it, it's
Dowser magic, the water dowser, the water.
A water
Oh,
dowser.
where you, it's where you take a split fucking stick and you put like a supposed
Oh,
stone
yeah, like
into it.
witching for wells? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's
yeah.
supposedly yeah.
But how do the people that do it? How do they do it? How do they find the water?
They don't. They never find it.
There's a
Literally,
water
that's how it
table
works.
among agricultural land. There's always a water table. That's how they fucking find it. It's all
Or-
automatically.
If you know where the aquifers are, you could probably, like, if you knew your shit, you could convince people to pay you extra money to find out where to drill.
There's a handful of people that actually did know the understandings of that. Totally, exactly what you said there, Al. But the other thing is there's going to be like you know a stream, a river, or something
Yeah.
near that, and there's going to be a low point in the place that's on your farm. That's where the fucking water is going to collect eventually. Is in the lowest point of it.
You
So
know, you know what
literally,
else
you
can
can-
do a good job at this? And Slim, I know you're gonna
Do
go
it.
on a tear
Say it.
when I say that ground penetrating radar. And I know you're gonna latch on to penetrating, but ground penetrating radar is the thing, and it
Well,
works
now
real
that's
fucking
what they
good for
use.
finding out what the fuck's
Well,
under there.
Well, now that's
Yeah.
what they use.
And so
Not-
does
not this-
cold atom gravimetry is another thing that can help you find out what's under the ground. You're welcome.
And again, that's what they
Ground
use
penetrating.
nowadays. They don't use
Diggity.
this. If you pay somebody to come out here and they bring out something that looks like this, you should just kick them right in the balls. And take all the money that's out of their pocket, take the plates off their car, throw them into the woods, and take that car and take it somewhere and get it strapped, because they just tried to take you for a goddamn motherfucking loop, and do not believe in what they're saying.
Each one of us can be
Put them
taught
in a
skill.
fucking
The
desert and say,
ability is
find an
honorable.
oasis. Be done with it. Let's
This-
see how
this
good
is-
you are.
This is goddamn motherfucking bullshit. This method of finding water and finding minerals, finding gold, and all the other things. This is a fake way to do this.
Present in our prehistoric ancestors and is recorded in ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs.
Yeah, it's how scam artists fucking did this shit. That's why. Do you know why they do not have people walk around doing this to find the minerals in the lands? And they have like earth penetrating. They have sonic. They have all kinds of other ways to find this stuff. They don't go to Antarctica. They don't go to Arctic lands. They don't go to like I don't know where they're doing all the gold looking up in Gold Rush, whatever the TV show is.
They know where to. They know where to look.
But they're not going to gold places in those places and walking over ice with these little fucking things like this douche nozzle's holding in his arms right now.
They're not like
And
not like a beach like guy finding watches on the beach with his like little metal detector. Like there's the types of to find like where like geologists actually know where to look to find things, and some things are very promising and some things are moderately promising and some things are like probably not worth looking for. But people that know their shit know their shit real fucking well.
Well, and hold on, they're using actual equipment to go to certain places to know that there's going to be a more likely opportunity. There's going to be these things.
Or an accessible
they're
opportunity
looking
too, 'cause
for.
that matters, right?
Well,
like the thing could be there,
sure.
but you can't get it. Like it's,
Sure,
like it's more money to be spent to get it than there is than it's worth, right?
Yeah, if you're in Antarctica and there's like 15 feet of fucking ice for you
and it's
to
kind
get
of off
down.
the table politically.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So then
but like, which
what
is
are you
probably a
gonna
good
do?
thing.
Yeah. So then what are you gonna do? Is you're gonna go to and I know Antarctica, you technically can't do that, blah blah blah. But anyways, so
not in a flurf way, just following the treaty way.
No. But yeah, thank you for saying it, even though I know all of us know that. But anyways,
I know, but like Huckleberry might still be here, and they might think we're like, you know.
Can I say something quickly?
Go really quick.
Joseph Smith, the founder of the Mormon Church, he was the diviner of gold before the Mormon Church, and he was worked out as a woo. I mean, he was hunted down because he
obviously
charged people to find gold on their land when the gold rush was on and all that shit.
Yes, obviously.
And he'd disappear with the farmer or whoever it was money. I mean, they're all con men. It's all nonsense.
Wait. I posted a thingy on the Discord earlier. Let me see, where did I post that one? Oh yeah.
On
open in browser, and I'm going to be sharing that because what you
are you sharing it on Discord, or are you going to bring it up on the YouTube stream right this minute?
Yeah. And what does this say? Because we know Al can't see it. I just posted.
I can't see it.
I think you've seen it.
I can't see it.
Poor man cannot be robbed.
That's true.
Wait until you see a pastor.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Who the fuck was talking about that recently? Our buddy Joe was talking about that, about how I was just listening to that from this past weekend. Kentucky Atheist Joe was talking about how that Copeland guy told people if they were getting food stamps, they should then trade them into the church to support them as a tithe. And I'm like, holy fuck, like that cannot be true. And I've seen Copeland. I was like, yeah, that can be fucking true. That's right in his fucking.
That's what he said.
wheelhouse.
Like when everybody.
Like I totally could fucking be like that. I was like, would a pastor really take food from starving families? Yeah, you're damn right they would. They don't give a fuck about anybody.
He does that during the pandemic.
Yeah.
He said like, oh, now you're all out of work. You don't have money. These are the most important times to pay your tithings.
What a fucking tool.
Like, you don't have money, but you gotta give me, this millionaire, more and more and more money.
Multi-billionaire.
Because he's gonna send you straight to heaven.
Like I don't know, like the church is not paying taxes.
No
tax,
they're not taxed. What a scam! What a giant fucking scam! You know what?
I think there should be a limit to that.
The limit should be zero. Like if you're running a business,
I don't know. If a church uses
business, pay your fucking taxes.
If you use the money to do charity and stuff, I think and that's what a lot of small churches do. But the big churches aren't churches; those are just money grabbers.
Well, I tell you what,
okay.
The only church that shows up with a real Messiah to endorse them in the flesh gets a tax-free write-off, and everyone else has to pay up.
Oh, come on, we're stomping on Slim's research now.
Sorry, Slim. That's right. Slim did a lot of hard work here, and he might have had an aneurysm because of it. I'm sorry, Slim.
On it, so let's hear more.
Anyways, all right, there we go. All right, that's the end of tonight. That's the end tonight. Because, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. I don't know what tomorrow's.
Quickly. Hogwarts has a divination fucking class, so that means it's bollocks. So,
okay, all right. Thank you very much. Tomorrow we're gonna do MAGA somethings and stuff and things. I don't know, but it's gonna be MAGA lunatics for sure. And I have things for that. And then Wednesday's going to be drunk news as always. So thank you very much. We're gonna see you out of here. And thank you very much. Everybody say bye because we're getting the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.